Hello friends, this is Coldrun. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Elden Ring, where we are here in the Sainted Hero's grave. For the moment at least, there's something I want to check first. Yes, the flask increased, excellent. There is something I want to check first. We'll come back here in a bit, but what I wanted to check first is there was a comment a while back. I can't seem to find it, so I apologize if I'm not remembering who put it. I think it might have been James Baker, but I'm... If that wasn't you or if it was someone else, I apologize. Please let me know and I will correct myself. But that it would, I just didn't. I keep forgetting to like check in, like just for updates with the others. And I wanted to check in with Blaidd about not with. Now I'm sad again. I wanted to check in with EG about Blaidd because I imagine he would have some reaction to it, and it'll be. I know he put Blaidd in a corner. He put Blaidd in the kennel, but it was for Blaidd's own good and for Ranni's good. It was not as a mwahaha, I'm going to get you, Blaidd. It was... poor thing. Hello, Blaidd. Or E.G., god damn it, it's so hard for... Okay. Alright. Blaidd's death, yeah.
Unthinkable. How could Blaidd...
It was not his fault.
break free from his cell?
It's my bad.
More importantly, Blaidd became a curse that plagued Lady Ranni. Yet even in madness, gave himself to her.
Yep.
I made a grave misjudgment. And I thought myself a capable war counselor.
No, you did good. You did
I'll
good.
catch up with you soon enough, Blaidd. When I do, I only hope you'll accept my apology.
I hope he's not going to hurt himself. I hope he's just talking about he feels like it's the end of his time is coming. I hope he's not going to do anything to hurt himself. I really do. Are you... No, you're just tinkering.
Something else?
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's... I love those three. I love these three so much. This is my favorite trio, possibly in any Soulsborne series. Like, it feels like it's not quite like a Final Fantasy party, like a JRPG party. I mean, I guess technically this is a JRPG, isn't it? But it's not like that. But it still feels like I have this, this alliance of people that I trust and love. I really do. I love them all deeply. I love E.G. for his supportiveness, his wisdom, his calm, his caring. I love Blaidd for his loyalty, his strength, his courage, his fierce strength of will. And I love Ranni for everything about her. Again, assuming that she's not about to bring on the apocalypse as vengeance for a petty... The same thing with any of these, assuming I haven't read them wrong. I'm absolutely willing to change my mind on these if I get new information or just find I misinterpreted it or something. But Ranni is just a fantastic character. This feels like for a game where I'm playing mostly solo and just checking with them, I feel like I'm on a team, a real loving, supportive team, and I really appreciate it. Now, Hervé Gonin in the comments mentioned... kind of highlighted what I said last time, that the Sainted Hero's grave looks important and big. And I'm going to go out on a small limb and say I think we're going to fight Godwyn here, maybe. This feels like either Godwyn or Lansseax. Both of them could be Sainted Heroes. Both of them have that whole lightning thing. The whole area leading up to here seems to impact this. What is this? Read message. Shadow bathes in light and knows weakness. So we have to bring something into the light to weaken. I think that's going to be about the imp stuff. Are you, No. Yeah. Okay. Is that a Bloodhound Knight? Was that a Royal Revenant? I almost kind of regret that I couldn't get to see that. I'm sure I'll see more of their kind, but... No, this is something different. Crimson Seed Talisman boosts HP restoration from Flask of Crimson Tears. That sounds quite good. That sounds like if I'm looking for an HP boost, that feels like over the course of a... No, that feels like one of the stronger ones. All right. You know what? Let's... I'm gonna say I'm probably not gonna dual wield for this particular dungeon, at least not yet. Let me replace this with a torch here. So I do get extra light by raising it. I don't know if that'll mean anything or do anything. Just making sure I'm recording, yeah. So we can go down the stairs. Any traps? I'm incredibly nervous. Do I have a lot of runes? I have some runes. A fair amount. What are you? You almost look like Garonks. No, you're what was there before. Are you a Royal Revenant? No, you're not a Royal Revenant. I don't know what you are. Oh, that's what you are. Yeah, you're the Royal Revenant's buddies. This has fake wall written all over it. Anything else in here before we continue? What is that? That's the lion that symbolizes... it's not the lion, it's the beast that symbolizes Sarash, I think. Was there anything under here? Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, just... So those are the little Royal Revenants. Maybe we'll get some more clues about what they actually are. Ghost Glove worth 5. They are just... They're tough for me to fight. So that's one of those shadowy imps. And I have to bring it to Rossis's... What was that? Did I just step on a thing? Or was that... Okay. I think I want to take this risk. Yeah, okay. So the light will kind of so I doubt my torch will actually do anything then. And that's just a Rossus statue. Yeah, it's a Rossus bearing a big old flashlight. So there's another Rossus. Yeah. So we're going to have to get them inside, but I feel like... Okay, we're going to have to kind of run past them, I think. Let me science... Oh, shoot, where are you? Where's one of them? Nope. Where's the ringer? Just testing first. Yeah. I don't even know if you have health bars. You do. But I'm going to assume that it's not even worth fighting you outside of here. Okay. You're not too bad, but I have a feeling this mechanic is going to complicate as things go forward, whether here or elsewhere in the game. Am I going to have to lure shadows up the stairs is my question. And what's awaiting me when I walk into that pit in the middle, that sandy pit? Royal Revenant is my guess. I don't want to walk on it. Lanedale Soldier Ashes, okay. But I kind of want to walk on it. Does that even... It might actually even lead me down. Like, it might be a... Like a quicksand thing that takes me to the next level. Yeah, there we go. Oh, whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Nope, wrong thing again. I'm trying to get my... Oh my gosh. Nope. Heal up if I can. Okay, blood loss. Yep. Let me heal up still. Okay, alright. Okay. How about chilling out? How does chilling out sound for a second? Oh my gosh. I was expecting something, but not that. Not the sheer quantity of shenanigans that awaited me down here. Okay, thank you, Rossus. Rossus is a bro. Is that something up there? Have I been up there? I don't think I've been up there. Elevator? Or a door? A door to misery. Alright, what nonsense awaits me up there? Oh, I think I'm the nonsense that awaits me up there. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Okay. Alright. Come back here. No, don't go on the circus ride. Can they trap you? No, I was hoping I can trap him. This thing is just having, like, the time of its life. He needs a corpse, but look at it. Look at it bounce up and down. Okay. That's really funny. Alright, I want to get the healing in, so let's try to get a backstab off. I have to remember to do that for just the extra passive healing. There's a bell ringer. Yeah. Alright, let's try to do this quickly. I don't want to have you ringing the whole time. You're not too bad, you can be a little bit annoying. Another Stone Sword key opportunity. And I think I have only 2 left, but I know I can buy more if I need to. There's going to be a Royal Revenant here, isn't there? Do I have... Oh, no, I don't have heal set up. I should have... Well, not I should have, but... if I know I'm going to run into them, I know I have the heal ability. The heal... I have enough faith for a heal spell. Dragon Crest Talisman. Alright, bring on the Royal Revenant. No Royal Revenant. Okay. What was this? I don't think I found a baseline Dragon Crest Talisman, let alone a +1. Also, I never looked at the description for the seed one. The Erd Tree was once perfect and eternal, and thus it was believed that Erd Tree seeds could not exist. It makes sense that if it was eternal, why would you need offspring? But they were wrong. So what did we just get? Dragon Crest Shield Talisman. Wrought iron talisman depicting a duo of ancient dragons. Greatly boosts physical damage negation. That sounds pretty good. The ancient dragons who ruled in the prehistoric era before the Erd Tree would protect their lord as a wall of... Yeah, so it's the same kind of thing as there. Is this one that I've just missed? That, like, I just had the chance to get and I just didn't see it? Or is it something I haven't had the chance to even see yet? The baseline version, I mean. Since that's a +1. Oh, I didn't actually go down to the end of the thing. So it looks like there's another level we can get up to with a bagel slicer. Anything up there? It doesn't look like it. No, we can't get up there with a bagel slicer. That's something else. Interesting. I wasn't expecting to see you inside. I didn't know you could mount inside. That's cheating. I got lucky there. I was just not watching for it. So is there anything we can... Again, I think it's going to be closed, but just double checking. Yeah, so this is the same... This art is like people picking fruit from the Erd Tree. Or no, it's people below the Erd Tree. It's at the roots. I guess it's returning to everything about death is about returning to the roots, isn't it? So let's just go up here. I wonder if on the boss run I'm going to have to go through the bagel slicers again, or if it's going to give me a... No, they don't really tend to give you... Stakes of Marika in these places. What's the catch? Royal Revenant is the catch. I see you. Alright. I don't know if you're weak to Holy. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. But we're going to try it. No, not really. Yeah, that double attack. Can't get a word in edgewise. Okay, okay. Okay. They're just so flaily. What were you guarding? Human bone shard. Excellent. I mean, it's a catacombs. What was I expecting? Oh, I heard that, but it was just the thing from before. The bagel slicer. So now we're going cross. I see where we are now, so yeah. Root resin. Is this a Grave Warden? It is. It's a shadowed Grave Warden. How do we turn on the Rossus thing? Because I don't see a Rossus light in here, and it looks shadowed. Prattling Pate, let's get to it. This guy hasn't seen me yet, so we have time to just... Nope, never mind, we don't have time. Are you... Okay, let's try to get away. Okay, and the torch does nothing. How do I activate... Is it just run away? That seems unlikely. How far will it leash? Another one? Who said that was okay? Alright, 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 alright. What happens if we actually try to fight these things without unshadowing them? Probably bad stuff, or probably nothing. So the question is there a Rossa statue I can activate here? Do I have to lure it elsewhere, or do I have to kill it here and something happens, like a Rossa statue will activate like a phase 2? Nope. Nope, I'm trying to switch to the right thing. There we go. No, so I can't even hit it. Alright, let's run. Let's run right into the loving arms of our friend here. Nope, no, this is bad, this is bad, this was a mistake. Okay, okay. So I think I have to bring it into the light, because I want to kill it. I feel like I probably have to kill it, actually. I was surprised to see a Royal Revenant reappear there. Yeah, you're not too bad if I know you're coming, and I know that you have those double whaps. But are you coming back then? Why did you reappear? I really thought it cleared you out. Alright, hello. Alright, what happens if I jump down here? Yep. Yep, okay. No problem at all. Once I can touch you, you're good. Or I'm good. So this isn't a... It's a catacombs, but it's sainted... It's a grave, like the Fringe Folk Heroes grave, like that sort of grave. So again, my prediction... It can't be Godwyn. It could be like Avatar of Godwyn or something like that. Because Godwyn, we know his body is... Wait, his soul is dead. Godwyn is not coming back. Could be like Guardian of Godwyn. But, I mean, the lightning thing does potentially herald a dragon fight. And the large room heralds... I'm going to guess Lansseax. I'm going to... If I have to guess, I'm going to guess Lansseax. Ancient Hero of Zamor. You're not what I expected. Okay. We fought one of you before, or was it... Oh, shit. Shit, shit, shit. That is cool. That is very cool. I don't want to be near that. Yeah. I've seen a point-blank AoE before in my life. Oh, shit. I did not see that coming. You are kind of beautiful. Your style of fighting. I am a sucker for gorgeous Blaidd fighters. Even when they're destroying me. And this one's not destroying me. I mean, it might win, but it's not, like, wrecking my shit. I'm thinking of... let me run to the side. Oh, no. I'm thinking of the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. One of my favorite Dark Souls 3 fights. Is just... It whomped... It wasn't the toughest fight, but it was just... The blade work was like... Again, it's like a dance. So that's a 3-hitter. But, yeah, you're just not a... I'm just... Ancient Dragon Knight Kristoff. Yeah, you weren't too bad. A Dragon Knight. So you're someone... Before I look at this even, so I'm guessing the Dragon Knights are going to be like Knights of the Dragon cult specifically, like the knights that formed after the... But what's Zamor? It's got to be somewhere up north, right? Like near Kaidan? I'm guessing... I was going to guess that it was a knight who was... Sorry, I lost my train of thought. This happens a lot. I was going to guess that it's a knight who was formed, like, as a part of the dragon cult rather than a knight who was, like, serving Leyndell fighting against the ancient dragons. But it could be both. It absolutely could be both, or it could just be the latter. So let's see the two things we got. We got the Leyndell Soldier Ashes. Summon 2 Leyndell Soldier Spirits. Spirits of soldiers, each equipped with a spear and great shield. The soldiers of Leyndell fight their battles defensively. During the Shattering, there were the ramparts that fortified the royal capital. That's got to be the first defense of Leyndell? I guess I don't know. I don't know what the second one is, so I can't say whether that's the first or second. But I think the I think the Shattering was the second defense of Leyndell. I'll bet the first defense was like a pre-Shattering fight against the ancient dragons. And then Ancient Dragon Knight Kristoff, who is different from the hero of Zamor. Legendary Ashen Spirit Remains. Is this even summonable? 108. My FP is not that high, yeah. An honorable knight of Leyndell, who was also a devout worshipper of the ancient dragons. His skills strike down foes with thunderbolts, the dragon's weapon of choice. I think I was right there. After the first defense of Leyndell, Kristoff earned the hero's honor of Erdtree Burial for the feat of capturing Godfroy the Grafted. So, I'm trying to put a timeline together, or at least pieces of one. The first defense of Leyndell happens. At that point, during the first defense of Leyndell, there are already Leyndell Knights who worship the ancient dragons. So it wasn't the first defense wasn't the battle against the ancient dragons. In the first defense, a Leyndell Knight captured Godfroy the Grafted, so that another crappy knockoff of the Golden Lineage. And earning the honor of Erdtree Burial... I don't remember. Did they say if you have to be dead for that? Because there have been enough cases in this game where people have... Oh god, speaking of which. I was going to say, there's enough cases in this game where we've seen people sacrifice themselves before their natural or natural death or death in battle. And... like, we've seen the puppets who, the knight puppets who willingly turn themselves into puppets, which I assume means they're dead. We've seen Latenna, who turned herself into, who, you know, she could have lived a long, she was not on death's door or anything, but she sacrificed herself to join me to see the Halig tree. Is that what happens to these heroes? I wonder. The other ancient hero of Zamor was in the Weeping Peninsula, if I remember. Wasn't that the one in here in the Weeping Everjail? I don't know what to do with that information. Okay. So, I think I've explored most of the area here that I want to. There's two things I want to check out now. One is I want to check out, I want to go from here and kind of see this road, because I haven't gone to this road or this little nubby thing here. Those are the two things I've missed so far from this area. So that's thing one. Thing one is like check out here. Or maybe that's thing two. Thing one, I think, is actually going to be to check out the other person who may have died, who was thinking about like dying by their own hands, and I worry about EG. Let's make sure EG's okay. Because I didn't stay there after I rested, I don't think. I want to make sure that having that Well, that's what I was afraid of. Did you not kill yourself? I hope my video is not going to get like banished or whatever. I'm not getting monetized because I don't have many people watching, but like I'm not sure if that phrase is okay to say on YouTube without it shutting the video down. But what's inside your chest? Is it a grave? And why? Two Black Knife assassins killed you, or attacked you. Yeah, they killed you, and you killed them. What is up with the Black Knife assassins? I had thought that they were just Team Ronnie. Was it like a temporary marriage of circumstance? Not a marriage of love, like the marriage that Ronnie and I have right now, but a marriage of like, are they opposed to each other? But like, was Ronnie opposed to them? Because if Ronnie sent assassins to kill EG, I have a hard time imagining he'd fight back against it, but he was. So, am I meant to assume then that the Black Knife assassins, or at least some of them, are not part of... I mean, because we know that they were... No, I don't know. I don't know. Oh my gosh. It feels like I have all these pieces that just need a couple more things to fit together, but for right now, I'm just getting such mixed messages about them. I'm sure I'm not. I'm sure like they're all telling me the same thing. What I mean is that they're message that I'm only currently interpreting in ways that conflict. I can't seem to figure out a way to interpret them in a way that makes them conjoin. So Black Knife assassins killed... Presumably, I think they killed Seluvis, and he was just too much of a dunkus to be able to fight back, and that's why there weren't any bodies around. But there was an assassin behind him, behind his tower. There was the mask of an assassin of Blaidd that was behind the tower. So assassins have been hunting these, which, I mean, the most direct conclusion, if I didn't know anything else about the assassins, would be that the assassins are currently in the employ of Lansseax and the Erdtree. That they're somehow... Because we know Ronnie caused the Night of the Black Knives, or she was behind it. But we also know Mariko was behind the Night of the Black Knives, and I think they're opposed. So it could be that was a marriage... So that's a new theory I have, that the Black Knife assassins are really loyal to Mariko. Maybe, I don't know. That's the best I got, because they keep killing off Team Ronnie. But if they were, then why would the Erdtree need baleful shadows to attack Ronnie when they could have just sent Black Knife assassins. Aegi's bell bearing, Aegi's mirror helm. Yeah, the mirror helm is a Nox thing. Again, I for those of you who might be screaming at me, like through your, you know, just it makes sense because of X, Y, and Z. I don't want. This is something I don't want any hints about or anything like that. I hope I figure it out in time. But I am enjoying the process of trying to piece this together. It is super fun. However wrong I end up being, which is probably quite wrong. How much FP for the Lanedale soldiers? Okay. Why would I use the Lanedale soldiers over the... Alright, so the Radahn soldiers are very aggressive. The Lanedale soldiers are much more defensive. They both have shields. And the Godric soldiers are like the more middle ground, I think, right? They're like, there's a defensive one and there's a ranged one. They can bring out their swords. Okay. Can I... What is this? I forgot about the... I don't know what that is, but it looks... Two things. One is it looks like he's made up of trees. It looks like he has roots in his system, which I just never noticed until now. He looks like a tree being. Two, is that a grave? It doesn't look like a grave. It sort of looks like a grave, but I don't think it is. I don't know how that would make... I mean, the stuff we see at the end of the heroes' graves and the catacombs are all like people getting twined up in tree stuff, and we see that imagery over and over. Are you some Erdtree avatar gone betray who turned tail? Not turned tail. Who changed your loyalties to Ronnie? Maybe that was your origin. Aegi's mirror helm. Helm fashioned from a crystal-looking glass, said to have never left War Counselor Aegi's head. Easily broken and weak against striking attacks, yeah. Worn by those committed to high treason, it wards off the intervention of the greater will in its vassal fingers. Aegi was afraid, terrified by his own treachery. Treachery probably to the Erdtree, but not treachery. I don't think he was at all treacherous to Ronnie, which is who I would really care about. You know, even though we got the mirror helm, I'm glad that it's not removed from his head even now. He deserves that little bit of respect. And the bell bearing, access to new items. E.g. the smithing master's bell bearing found upon his perished flesh. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's, So that's thing one. I'm going to stop by... Thing two is I'm going to stop by town. Do a... Because I've done a... God, with everyone dying here, I'm going to stop by town and do like a walkthrough to talk to the folks here and see if anything has changed, and then turn in my bell bearing. I'll be honest, I'm kind of curious about the giant rat ashes. We're out of 7s, but I'm kind of curious to try those out next chance I get to summon stuff. Oh, we never looked at Prattling Pate. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
It doesn't have the charm of... Hello! Of like the... It doesn't have the enthusiasm of the faces from Dark Souls 1, but the sheer like grimness of it kind of gives it its own charm. Oh, you know what? I was thinking of like, do I have ways to heal during the fight against the, like, if I didn't have heal, could I have still used the heal against the Revenant? I'll bet a Warming Stone is probably pretty solid. I'll bet that just wrecks them. The Royal Revenants. Let's do another in dexterity. Let's do another in strength. I'll do another in strength. That'll be probably my last in strength. But wait. I have... No, never mind. So now I'm at 17 strength. Half of that rounded down is 8.5, so I can go up to 17, 27, 26, 25. I can use weapons up to 25 strength. All right, I've changed up my gear a wee bit. I'm using the Raptor set and this Ice Lightning Katana thing because it looks cool. And because I thought it'd be fun to try jump attacks with it. But I am back in the Altus Plateau, and I'm going to check out this thing next. So that's where we saw the statue of Millennia. There's really not much else here, so let's weave around to check the road out over here then. Wait, I have checked this road out. This is the route that goes to... No, never mind. I have checked that road out. That was the road that led to the Crone and the Great Bridge. Yeah. Was there anything I missed up here? I kind of don't think so, but I'll take another look here just to be sure. Like, have I been up... Maybe I haven't been up there. Is this the thing I can get to? It is. So I can get up here. But it looks like kind of more of the same. I was wrong! Ancient Dragon Lansseax is back to the party, and I do not have the right weapon. Okay. Okay, the goats are mad at me. Yeah. Shoot. How did that first one hit me? I don't know about that. Ah, you blasted the ground. Okay, well, we found another boss. Okay. We're gonna go with a rapier for this one. You take a lot of damage in your face, but so do I, unfortunately for me. Okay. Nope, what the hell? Okay. Heal up. I was using the wrong potion. Okay. Nope, don't focus on that. I can't see. Yeah, okay. Oh, I was low health. Okay. Very squishy, relatively speaking, for a stone-scale dragon. Dragon, its wings even kind of look gargoyle-ish, don't they? Let's try Frost for this. I'm okay with Keen, but I want to try Frost. I think Frost will be better than Poison here. You know who we're bringing in for this. We're not bringing in the Mimic tier. The Mimic tier is only one. And why bring in one in Ash of War when you can bring in, I think, 6 at this point? I think the rats are also absolutely going to get wrecked by a single AoE. I just want to see the rats in action, frankly. All right, my little rat friends. No! Oh, you have like an aftershock. Gotcha. Yeah. There go the rats. Heal if I can. Okay. Are you frosted? You're frosted. Good. Not good. But your face does come down to me after that. That's good. Oh shit. No, run, run, run! Run, run, run. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Heal up if I can. Double heal for the heck of it. Right. Tail. Dragon. Lava. Hot. No, hit. I don't know what happened just there. I thought I jumped and attacked, and I just didn't attack. Okay. So we killed the ancient dragon Lansseax. Great enemy defeated. The rats were not helpful. Lansseax's glaive. It's a very cool fight. Again, I get the sense I probably should have been here earlier, and I don't blame myself for that because I came here when I came here. I didn't intentionally overlevel this, but I get the sense that this was probably intended for a lower level, like much of the plateau seems to be. This wasn't the dragon that looked dead by the Divine Bridge in Lanedale, was it? I don't think so. Oh, goodbye, skull. Sweep from above with red lightning glaive, 40 faith. Incantation that channels the power of the ancient dragon Lansseax. Creates a red lightning glaive and sweeps the area from above. This attack unleashes trails of lightning. Lansseax was the sister of Fortisax. I apologize if I misgendered you during the fight. It is said that she took the form of a human to commune with the knights as a priestess of the ancient dragon cult. Really? So we might see human effigies or statues at some point that could just be Lansseax in human form. Lansseax the dragon in human form. That's very possible. I don't think I noticed that before. I'm looking at the top of this tomb. The top of the Sainted Hero's grave. It may not be anything. It may just be like Rossus holding a dying person, but... yeah, that's what it looks like, or a headless person holding a dying person. All right, I think I'm about ready to move on from this particular section. And I'm going to wrap it up shortly, but I saw a comment in the last video that I glanced at and then looked away from. And I certainly don't mind because it was clearly signaling that it was like a hint or a tip or just a direction. And so I feel like I'm done here, so I'm going to check it out kind of live. This was from Victor Prati, who suggested going to the top of a hill. I'm guessing the top of the hill was the dragon I just fought. And then a different section, you see a scarab on the background, which carries an ash of war. Where was this? Was it here that there was a scarab? I see it. I see the scarab now. I had totally missed it. Let's see if we can chase the scarab down. Don't... oh, get away from me. Does that say lightning ram? Actually, look at that art. Lightning ram, skill inspired by tumbling rams. Let out a bleat, then tumble forwards clad in lightning. Okay, we're trying this right immediately now. This is why I'm glad I did not play, because again, I used to play games, like when I first started doing Let's Plays, like back in 2015 or so as written form doing a blind playthrough of the Final Fantasy series. It was really blind. It was like no hints, no nudging, not even after I've left an area. I figured if I didn't find something, I didn't find it, and that was my playthrough. I like this a lot better. Where am I going even? I like this a lot better because there's basically the blind playthrough, which is most of this. But then there's the stuff, and so if you're just looking for the stuff that's totally blind, like, it doesn't include this skill. Like this, I'm acknowledging up front, I would not have found on my own. But at the same time, I'm glad I got the chance to explore it and to really, like, try the place out. And then, now that I'm done with it, now that I've done as much as I can, like, a nudge being like, maybe check this out, it's kind of cool, it adds to the fun of this. It makes me, in small stuff like this especially. Why does anyone ever use any other ability, any other Ash of War than this one? Let me, all right. We're trying this out. How, we just repeat it, right? That's a lot of damage. It is also the greatest thing I've seen in my life. Let me not undersell this. This is... okay. All right. By the way, I will be shocked if there's someone who doesn't beat the game using just the using just that ability, and maybe like I think this would just be mostly for flavor, but who use, I'll be shocked if there's not a video of someone using that ability only and the bull goat armor. Like it has to be. There has to be there has to be a common, delightful playthrough. Anyway, that's going to be it for me for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun this one. Next time I'm going to continue, and gosh, I'm of two minds. This is something where I'm actually open to, I'm 50-50 on this. Or really, I guess it's 33, 33, 33, because there's three places that I'm leaning towards. One is I could do this. I could do Volcano Manor, kind of the rest of this area, because I started it. And so it has the appeal of kind of clearing off a chunk of the map. Option two, is I could go to Lanedale, because all the sites of grace are pointing me here. And it's possible the sites of grace will point me back here later. Like, and I don't want to do that out of order. So I guess if the sites of grace will, if the paths of grace will eventually come here, let me actually do, I would appreciate if you let me know, and I'll save that for later. But if this is more of like, do it at any time you'd like, I'll lean towards doing this first. And option three is the Deep Root Depths, which we could also do. So yeah, let me know if you have a preference one way or the other, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.